So, may I start now?
All right, let's get started. Thank you.
Thank you. I know you guys have so much interest in AI and physics, but I'm going to take you diverting toward the another side of Ayurveda in HR and introducing a new field which exists, which is human resource management. So I appreciate if you guys change your angle and come to the administrative side, that how HR people practice within the organization. So thank you so much. This is Thijm-Kisoensingh Rajani, and this is my first research paper. I never thought that I'm going to produce any research paper, but MIU is full of field of possibilities. So this is my first research paper, because I was thinking that a research paper should have connections, and then you can, present yourself nicely. So my research paper is conscious-based Ayurvedic intervention for workplace stress, integrating evidence and practice for HR leader. This is Thijm-Kisoensingh Rajani. I'm working as Associate Dean of Faculty and Assistant Professor at MIU. And before this, I have 15 years of human resource management experience at Pakistan Civil Aviation Authority, and I worked as Deputy Director Human Resource Management over there. So what is my personal and professional connection with this research paper? I had no idea about Ayurveda before coming at MIU. I only knew about homeopathy. But when I came here and studied Enlightenment Leadership, our great professor taught us Ayurveda in a very beautiful manner, that how Ayurveda is connected with your daily life and stress. So we studied Ayurveda and followed some principles of Ayurveda, basic lifestyles, some essential oils, and it was really nice. And then during study of Ayurveda, I was like, how it is connected to my field, which is human resource management. Because we are dealing with employees, and workplace stress is a common problem in all of the organization and in all over the world, which is workplace stress. So that interaction of Ayurveda allowed me to integrate my knowledge with human resource management practices. Because back home, we provide a lot of workshop on workplace stress, how to manage stress, workshops, basic lifestyle, exercises, and different centers, and inbuilt, we have a lot of consultation with people to manage their stress. So this research paper, what does the published evidence indicate about mind, body, and lifestyle-based approaches to workplace stress? And what might this mean for HR leaders? So I found out this conference is a voice for me to the HR leaders to come up with unique idea and use Ayurveda for workplace stress management for the organizations and help employees to take care of themselves. So what methodology I have used is a Prisma-aligned review process. I searched for 5 databases, which is PubMed, Google Scholar, the Cochrane Library, Scopus, and we identified 200 plus records. And then Ryan method was used to deduplication of all of these research paper, and I come up with 32 studies which I've included, and I have used narrative synthesis to present my paper. So these are the search terms used for Prisma analysis, which is Ayurveda, workplace stress, occupational stress, yoga for employees, Ayurvedic lifestyles, transcendental meditation, mental health, organizational productivity, ashwagandha stress, workplace well-being, employee burnout reductions. So I'm not an Ayurvedic practitioner. So what I know about Ayurveda is we have these 3 doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata for movement and nervous coordination, Pitta for metabolism and transformation, and Kapha for structure and emotional grounding. So when these 3 different ojas disbalance, it creates anxiety, stress, and lethargic condition within an individual. So Oja described as body reserve vitality and associated with immunity, mental clarity, and resilience to stress. So these are traditional Ayurvedic constructs used to explain and reviewed the literature proposed mechanism, not a biomedical diagnostic framework. So as an HR person, I I do believe that mind, body, and consciousness-based practices such as yoga and pranayama, regular session reported association with reduced stress, anxiety, improved emotion regulation, and focus. And if you combine with meditation, it's going to create a great impact in overall your body, because meditation plays an effective role in reducing stress, lower cortisol and heart rate, reported improvement in sleep, clarity, and job satisfaction across healthcare, corporate, and academic settings. So twice a day, meditation of transcendental meditation for 20 minutes going to give you a great impact on your body and reduce the stress. So if organization is going to adopt this model, it's going to create a good well-being or employee well-being structure within the organization. So let's talk about lifestyle and organizational support and herbal adoptions. Lifestyle and personalized well-being is very important. It's important for HR leaders to come up with such programs that provides daily routine, sleep, and nutrition guidance, and dosha awareness consultation to the employees with improved energy and program engagement. Organization and technological support is a plus point because voluntary program, digital platforms, wearable potentials for early identification of burnout, now which they are already doing. Like many organizations provide digital platforms for them that can detect their burnout. So I'm not saying they're going to replace it, but I'm saying to add Ayurveda also within the organizational well-being support program. So this is a governance framework, not a clinical one. How HR can come up with this framework? So HR can hire Ayurvedic practitioner for a small group, like they can assess. First, they need to assess the needs and stressor. That's very important thing. If you do not identify what is the actual stress that is allowing employees to, for the disengagement with the work, so it's not going to work. So you need to identify stress. Then you need to design evidence-informed qualified providers. You need to protect voluntary, those people who want to voluntarily participate in Ayurvedic well-being program. So just welcome them and be confidential with the process. Do a pilot study on a small group, and then measures that what is the difference between before their stress and after stress. And then if that works, then continue using Ayurvedic practitioner for your organization for employee well-being. So HR role is governance, support, and evaluation. We are not clinical diagnosis or medical prescriber. So we are, this is a call for HR professional to use this innovative approach to help people or employees for their well-being and stress reduction. Is there anything I'm missing? Okay, one more thing which is very important. Individual wellness practice cannot substitute for fixing excessive workload. So I'm not saying Ayurveda is going to help you, that if you give overload to the employees, then Ayurveda can work. So that's not something I'm promoting here. I'm not promoting your unhealthy, poor leadership. And I'm not saying lack of autonomy is going to replace by Ayurveda. This is a complement that you can give your employees for your well-being. So that good HR practices still remain there. So it's not a substitute. Ayurveda is not going to fix it. So there are a few limitations and future research work. So this is a good call for Ayurvedic practitioner. So the study identified that small sample size across much of the literature, limited large-scale randomized control evidence, heterogeneous intervention and outcome measures, limited long-term organizational evidence. So this is a call for Ayurvedic people to look at these areas that can allow HR people to invite you within their organization and take your assistance. Standardized outcome measure across studies. Large scale longitudinal workplace studies are really required that can allow HR to satisfy that yes, this is really working, Ayurveda really helped in reduction in stress. And then implementation feasibility and voluntary participation research and clinical oversight framework for herbal interventions. Lastly, a preventive and ethical way forward. Workplace stress calls for reactive and preventive strategies. The reviewed evidence on yoga, meditation, transcendental meditation, and lifestyle-based practices is promising. Yes, this really works, while remaining heterogeneous and a need for future rigorous studies. Yes, there's a need for rigorous studies here. For HR leader, the opportunity is to implement these thoughtfully, carefully, voluntarily, ethically, and major and professionally supporting these programs so that we can make an informed, evidence-based practice. Thank you so much. I welcome your questions.
So, do you have any ideas of any prototypical precedents about how to operationalize this at any business? Has that been done yet?
No. But in these studies from 2015 to 2025, there was no study there. But that's what I'm saying, that this is the area that we can give more attention,
Yeah.
and Ayurvedic people can come and work on these studies so that HR people can see this evidence-based approach that yes, Ayurveda really works on large scale so that they can adopt this practice.
The reason I ask because I'm about to offer this to my employees.
Good.
And so, but I like to have a framework that can be, if there's any framework that somebody has done it or any outline, how much it will cost, all of those kinds of things. If you guys want to use that as a beta site, do it.
So I can partner with you and we can do this
Yeah.
study.
Yeah.
But this study is a baseline, it's a
Yeah.
starting point for all the Ayurvedic practitioner and the HR person to come up with this. And research more in this area, especially on.
I'm very
organizational
serious
study.
about this because I do TM every day.
So that's good.
Yeah, so I totally believe in it, and I'd love to give that to my inputs.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's very good.
Bobby Roth, talk to Bobby Roth about.
So Deep,
Oh, well,
okay,
We're running out of
well, she spoke in 9 minutes. I can give her one
Yeah,
more
yeah.
comment. So Deep, you did so well. I study Maharishi Ayurveda integrative medicine. I think your proposal is great for people in the workforce, and I think that will make healthy people working for you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm so proud of you.